What is good, YouTube? It's your boy Vino back for another video. And today we're going to be taking a trip to the Murfreesboro airport for me to do my flight experience for the maintenance program. Everyone in the maintenance program that takes shop practices have to do a flight experience. So today is the day to do my flight experience, and I'm gonna take you guys along with me, so stay tuned.
So it's not registered under us yet, so that's why there's a control number here. Come up here, right? And then this is where you'll be sitting at. This is the primary flight display. This is the multi-function display. So I sit here.
Okay.
You can cross-control it, so I can flip the screens. But they're independently ran, so they're connected, but they're also independent via an Ethernet cable that runs through here.
Okay.
So this is the yoke, right? Throttle, fuel mixture, and the switch takes here, and this is a prop. So, and this is a trim wheel. Right here is a prop. If you look, there's a blue lever. You can't really see it, but it's at a high prop angle, so it's flat right now. But whenever you pull it back, the oil moves in and out, and it'll actually change the pitch of the propeller from like 15 to 30 plus degrees. And what that does is it slows the engine down, so it's more fuel efficient, less maintenance, less wear and tear.
Oh, once we get up in the
once we get up in the air, you pull it, so it has a higher angle of attack.
Okay.
You're gonna be steering the plane actually on the ground. You steer the plane with the rudder pedals here.
Yeah, that's what everyone was telling me.
In a Cessna, the seats move back and forth and the rudder stay the same, but in here it's like sitting in a sports car. Okay. So the seats stay here, but the rudder pedals move via this cable. Some of them are actually electric. So in your flight today, when we go to Smyrna, I'll actually have you taxi the plane. Okay. So this is the rudder, right? If you look right there on the back of the tail, you see their rudder move.
Oh yeah.
It changes it, but there's also braking action up here. There's some master cylinders in here with brake fluid, and you press on these, and it turns like a zero turn, so it'll move the brakes on here, and you turn left by putting the left brake on, and you add a little bit of power, and it'll, turn it to the left, turn it to the right.
Oh, so with this one?
Yep, with the ground. So with the car, you move it with this, right? But on the ground, you move it with your 2 feet. So you can just prop your hands up here, and you just move the airplane. Yeah. So we'll go to Smyrna, and I'll have you. It's kind of strange. We'll learn how to taxi, because you'll be like fishtailing like this the whole time, and then it's all about small corrections. So I don't expect you to,
like a pro.
to be a pro or anything.
Yeah.
Kind of comes on with a fighter jet, so it latches with that.
Oh, so we're gonna be in one like this?
Yep, exactly like this one.
Oh man.
Yep. It's pretty nice. Here's one of our Elva planes. Yep. So I would show you the engine, but
they don't have
one. But it's just a 4-cylinder box engine. So basically the cylinders are arranged side to side.
So where would they pop like the hood at? Right. So would they have to unscrew all the rivets?
So you unscrew all the rivets. This is the cowling, right? It's actually made out of like a plastic. It's this plane is carbon fiber and plastic and like glass basically. It's
to make it like more light almost.
Yep, it's fiberglass and carbon fiber basically. And you pop all these off and you get to it. You pop all these off and you get to the bottom. We don't mess with the propeller at all though. That's like if I'm not mistaken, I was just saying mistaken, or you put it we don't mess with the propeller and we do maintenance and stuff like that.
I mean, we service it, put grease in it, power on and off, but
my teacher told me that y'all send them off somewhere. And
yeah, it's supposed to sound out, man. We don't. I don't think any small shops like fix their propellers.
On the wall. Yeah.
Are you in the maintenance program right now?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Trevor.
Trevor?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, man. I'm calling.
Oh, right.
So we take all the wheel bearings out the plane for easier maintenance too. Basically what it does is it helps with parasite drag, and it helps create like more of a streamline so it's less drag.
Okay.
But it's a pain taking them on and off to change the tires because we change those tires out all the time. So we change the tires out all the time, so it's just easier to keep them off.
Yeah, I see some. Sometimes I go over there and watch them like fly, like take off from land and stuff like that. And some of them have those, but then some of them don't. So yeah, I guess
it just depends on performance. But this is basically what the propeller looks like, and you've got the oil, right? It connects right there, right? And the oil comes in and out of here to change the prop blade. So that's kind of what it looks like without that propeller head on it.
Okay.
And then yeah, that's the diamond unit. Let me show you this one clean. This is a 1940s model. Joe car. So it's all like the screens and everything with that plane, right? This plane is made out of wood and fabric, so it's just straight up wood. Wood and fabric. And instead of sitting side to side, instead of sitting side to side, you sit
behind you?
tandem back to back. If you're ever on a solo, you sit in the back because of the weight and balance. But if you look in here, look at the instruments.
I'll probably get over there.
Tall people problems. But yeah, it's just just like
it's kind of old school almost.
Yeah, it's old school. It's just got your basic 6-pack: altitude, RPM, airspeed, temperature gauges, airspeed, and your turn coordinator. And you got your hobs, right? So like, and then you got your basic rudder pedals, and they're dual connected too. So you know, like what moves in front moves in the back, right?
Okay.
This plane is really old. You can tell it's just like old fabric. It looks old. It is old, but we keep these planes.
It still runs?
Still runs. Yep, we fly it all the time.
You ever flew this one before?
I have not. I was in the lab. My old instructor has one in his house.
Yeah.
He owns a 150-acre farm, and during the summer I'll bush hog his runway. But that's your fuel, where you see where the fuel gauge is at, right?
Oh, it's right.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy. Yeah. That is measured by the.
Ours is on a screen, right? His is an actual float, and then you got your lights and stuff right up there, and then your headsets go right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. This plane's super old, and it's a tail wheel too, right? So when you're taxiing, you gotta really work the rudders because it'll spin around. Because that's a free caster and a nose wheel. Let me show you where you'll be doing all of your maintenance logs and stuff. So, we'll say that half of our flying is paperwork.
It really is.
For you guys too, 90% paperwork.
Yeah.
This is a Diamond VA 40.
Yeah.
So it's based off of a glider back in the 80s.
So, I got a cool question. I don't mean to interrupt you, but that's why they're making us do the glider project. In theory of flight.
That for theory of flight is just to get your mind
like thinking
going.
about it.
Well, basically what they did is they basically said, let's put an engine in the front. That's why the wings are really long and thin and the tail's really small, because it's basically a glider. When you pull the power back on this thing, or when you're coming into land, it doesn't want to land. It wants to like keep floating.
So sometimes it bounces a little bit?
Sometimes it's called ground effect, because it's creating so much lift that whenever you
try to,
I'll say some words you probably don't understand, but whenever we're transitioning the flare and we pull back, it'll just keep floating down the runway. So sometimes you gotta like put it down on the landing light, taxi light. These are your strobe lights and your position lights. So red, left, green, right. So like during at nighttime, you turn these on and the red will flash and the green will flash. And then you've got your strobe lights on here that flash like white. You put those on at night. And during the day, sometimes let people know that where your position is at. This is your comm radio as well. So like, comm 1, right? So communication 1, comm 2. So we've got 2 working radios in the diamond, and that center panel right there, where the red button is, that's where we control those and the mic and stuff.
Okay.
And then you've got your GPS antennas on top.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask about that one. I thought it was like how it is in a car. You know how but that's used for communication.
Yeah.
And that is used for
that's
GPS.
position,
Okay.
Comm 1, comm 2, so communication 1, communication 2. That's our positioning system. This is also, there's an antenna that runs through here. And that's for navigation as well. So, you've got GPS, which uses like satellites, right? This is ground-based navigation. So there's these things called VORs, and they track like certain degrees, and you can tune into that like radial that it's shooting out and fly to it. This is where all the maintenance records are kept. So like really counting here.
All the logbooks and stuff.
Yeah, all the logbooks and stuff. So like, I'll show you this, right? So like, this is 570 Mike Tango, right? Or actually, hold on, let's do this one over here. The 570, right?
Yeah.
So you guys are going to be dealing with all of this right here. It's a technical log. See, you can write everything out here, but we also provide like the diggers and stuff, because if not, you would have to write everything out. So you know, it's the airworthiness certificate, right? Approved manufacturer. This is the type design data, and this fit for safety of flight.
And they had it since 2004.
Yep. These airplanes are actually kind of old. We've retrofitted a lot of them. So we used to have regular 6-packs, right?
Yeah.
But then we changed everything to digital. See, here's the altimeter and the static system, right? Another altimeter system, and it tells you, right, you just have to log everything. So you as a maintenance guy are coming in here logging. So it's up to the aircraft owner to maintain it and wear the air conditioning. So like, let's say you work for NTSU, you're responsible as a mechanic to keep these planes airworthy. I, as the pilot, am responsible that you
did everything that I was supposed to do.
Right whenever I go fly, to make sure that it's in airworthy condition. So it's the double standard.
Yeah.
Okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
So every time we go fly, I'm like, okay, the plane's good. All the equipment's on there. You guys change the tires. You know, the rudder pedals are good. The propeller's good. All that kind of stuff is good. So that's kind of where that kind of comes into play.
So you guys don't, like as pilots, y'all don't do as much paperwork.
No, we do paperwork, but not in the same kind that you guys do.
Yeah.
You do all this stuff. I'm like, if something's broken, I write it up and I give it to you and say, hey, like, I broke this. And you're like, dude, come on, bro.
And I heard that you guys have to do like the weight and balance every time you guys get ready to fly. Or like is it in the pre-flight?
Yeah, so technically, just a couple things, right? Weight and balance is in there, right? Aircraft logbook, it's good to go. But I don't know if it's back here either. It may be back here. No, I'll show you out here. If you look right here, there's your aircraft flight manual. Right? And this is tail number specific, right? 634 Alpha Tango. 634 Alpha Tango. So this is an AFM airplane flight manual, and this is independent for every airplane. So you have a POH, which I have a POH at home. It's a little white book. It says Diamond Information Manual.
Yeah, you know Mr. Moses?
Yeah.
I think he's selling those.
Yep.
Yeah, he's selling those.
That goes across the board for Diamond DA40s, right?
One, yeah.
One, like for like all of them, right?
All the ones that MTSU owns?
Well, just Diamond specific. So if it's a Diamond DA40, it's like the manufacturer what comes out.
Oh, okay,
but then you've got your AFM, which is tail number specific. So you've got like the type and model, like Cessna 172, and then every Cessna 172 has its own maintenance specific to it. Because this diamond could weigh different than the diamond that's out there. It could have a different paint job, have different wheels, have different avionics.
Yeah. So everyone is different.
Everyone is different, but there's also like a blanket that kind of covers them all, and then it's like it teardrops down, and you've got your own specific one. So like this one is going to be different than the one that we fly in because it may weigh different, may have different avionics, may have different stuff. And so you kind of come in here, and if you look right here, here's the weight and balance information, right? So I can legally use this before every flight and make sure that we're in weight and balance.
Okay.
And if you look in the POH, which I didn't bring that, so you can do the weight and balance in there and it counts. But what we do at MTSU is we basically make copies of them. So so like every flight, you just have a copy out of the manual, and you write it down and give it to dispatch, and then we keep one. So in case anyone asks, like, hey, like we were within weight and balance limitations.
Okay.
So if you can tell, aviation's very redundant.
Yeah.
We do a lot of things
just to like
repetitive
to make sure.
Yeah.
It makes sense though, just to stay safe.
Whenever we go out here, you're gonna hear me repeat stuff multiple times. And that's just because you gotta double check.
Okay.
It's basically, aviation is basically like two of everything. Okay. And it's expensive. I'll just go ahead and kind of hook your stuff up.
Okay. I'll probably get on this side so I can see. Alright guys, this is the plane that we're flying today.
It just prevents like birds and stuff from building. And then I take my tie downs off.
Do they have a horn on those? So like warn people? Oh dang, so somebody can get hit by it.
Yeah, that's why the moment you walk outside, I guess I should have told you this, you're always
so I'm like kind of
stay situationally aware of your surroundings.
Okay.
Right? I use a checklist on my phone. Okay. I've got a handheld check, like a paper checklist too, but you can do this here.
Kind of like a PDF.
Yeah. So just come here. Pre-flight inspection, got weather, weight, balance, takeoff and landing. Okay. Aircraft cover is off, right? The documents, right? We keep the airplane documents right here on the side. And we keep that book in the back, right? That has like weight and balance and stuff in it. Okay. Form citations.
We'll keep it on the back seat?
Yeah.
Okay.
See, it's right here in this side.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah.
That's good. I'm gonna come here. I don't expect you to, check that.
Oh, I might get on this side. Oh, can I go?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you hear that sound?
Yeah, I know.
Electric fuel pump, right?
Okay.
Flight controls are free and correct, right? So if you look right there, and then I turn my lights on, and then you come over here, and I visually check landing lights
to make sure.
on.
Okay.
See this? This is your navigation light.
The
red left and green right. It lets you know your position. This is a strobe or anti-collision. So it's kind of like it lets everyone know, like,
that you're coming.
Hey, I'm out here. Right?
Yeah.
So I check that wing right, and I know my lights are on.
You gotta check the opposite side too.
And then I just turn it back off, right?
Okay.
Now I come out here and I wait on him. And I do my walk around. So I start here with the propeller. Make sure that the screws are in. The propeller looks nice, right? There's no like dents or chunks kind of taken out of it.
Is
right?
somebody like hit it or something?
It's just wear and tear.
Okay.
Bugs, dirt, you know. I make sure that, you know, my intakes are good, right?
Yeah, is this
You
kind
see
of like
that
the
fuel line
exhaust?
right there? That's the spark plug going into the cylinder.
Oh, okay.
See that? And there's one on top, one on the bottom. This is your air intakes. This is an air intake for the engine, and then this is like your cooling, so it goes over the engine.
Okay.
Your car is water cooled. This is air cooled, so you've got a radiator in a car.
But
Right.
I hear you just use the
Out here, you just use the air
yeah.
to cool it, right? Because we're going, 120, 130 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Check over here. Tower's good. That's just lubricant.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask you, because we're going over corrosion right now, and I was wondering, was that
Yeah.
corrosion or?
Yeah, that's not corrosion. That's just
Okay.
lubricant for the nose wheel joint.
Okay.
Come here, right? I make sure everything is good. There's no holes or dents. You can tell this tire's getting a little bit old. It's fine, but there's no red fluid, so that means the hydraulics are good. There's no like leaks or anything, right? This hydraulic fluid is red,
Yeah.
and it'll leak. Come here, right? That's the stall horn.
That's
So-
is that the where it lets air in?
What's airing, and it has a siren in there.
Okay.
We won't do a stall, but I'll let the horn go off to
Yeah.
show you what it's like, right?
Okay.
Checking my fuel cap, right? I've got a full tank of fuel. I'm here, my lights are good, right? These are static leaks, so you got pressure from the outside air, right? Static discharge, it disperses the friction basically from the air.
Oh, does it gauge anything? Is it does it gauge anything, or is it just used just for
It just disperses electricity off the plane from the friction from the air. Like if you have a shirt and a blanket and it's got friction,
Yeah.
right? Same thing with the air. So
Oh,
it lets it go.
Okay.
Right. Here I'm checking my nuts and the bolts, checking the lines, making sure I'm making sure that everything is okay. Right. My radios are connected. They're not hanging or broken. Right. There's no gouges or holes. All the plates are on. Right. There's no holes in the fuselage. Checking here. Static leaks are good. Right.
Yeah.
My elevator's good. I'm not really supposed to move it, but I just kind of check to make sure it's connected, right? Make sure that everything's there. Don't watch out for flow. I come over here and I do the same thing, right? Everything's connected and attached. It's connected. It's on. Here, make sure there's no holes or bulges or anything. Same thing over here. There's no hydraulic fluid leaking. Tire's good, full of air. There's no holes or leaks or anything. That's on, right? I just kind of touch it to make sure it's, on there securely. Same thing with here. Just check the same thing, right? Make sure everything's on. Come around. This thing right there, it's full. So we're good.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's very full.
Oh, so they got them on both sides?
Yeah.
Oh, consistent. Okay. I remember what you said. Yeah.
Well, that's when we do the sensor fuel.
Okay.
I'm gonna make sure there's no sediments and water in it. So come here, right? This is a contact point. This is called a gas collator. Don't wear nice clothes when you go fly, because get oil, fuel, right?
Yeah.
There's no dirt and sediments. There's no air bubbles, right? take the screen, I'll put it back, right? You'll get fuel and oil and hydraulic fluid all over you.
Where's the exhaust? Oh, you still gotta do it?
Exhaust is right here.
Okay.
Check everything. And we know that we're good to go.
Alright.
So, the last thing I do, put this back in the seat. Make sure there's, nothing there. Cell door. What's up, baby? I saw your student with Andrew. Huh? I saw your student with Drew Heinborg. Oh, yeah. See, look, I'm here. Last thing I do, right? Cowl plugs are out, tie downs are off. The tires are good, propeller's good. I just make sure that everything is right with the plane, basically, right? And then the last thing you do, we're good to fly, so you get in the plane.
Alright. So how will we get in?
Get in right here. You're gonna sit right here. So
Okay.
go ahead and you just step up here.
Okay.
You step up and you got a handle right there, and you just get into the plane.
Okay.
Do that.
Could you hold it?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay, bro. I'm gonna go say hi to him real quick, and then we'll be on our way, bro.
Alright.
off, out, battery off.
All right.
Now, heads it off. Now we're gonna push the plane back, which is the fun part.
All right.
So we're park. So, oh, look at this. Cowl plugs are in, tie downs are on, fuel caps are on, tires straight. That's it. Keep that with you.
All right, this is my guy Sam. He put me on the helped me out through the flight experience on the DA40. Okay, so this is my guy Sam. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Appreciate you.
People looking at me. All right, you guys, I'm finally done with the flight experience. It was an amazing experience, man. Made me want to change my major and become a pro pilot, man. It's crazy up there, like, and how the controls are, how you barely have to touch it and it's just smooth, and you're going fast, but it doesn't even feel like you're going fast. But we were in the air for an hour and a half, and it was an amazing experience. I'm not gonna lie. I do want to do it again. I wish I was a pro pilot now, but man, it was a crazy experience in a good way, not in a bad way, in a good way. It was a crazy experience in a good way, and I recommend everybody to take a flight like that, like where somebody's sitting next to you, like somebody will be sitting next to me right here, and y'all just controls on both sides, and they can let you control it, they can control it, and they just teach you everything about flight. Well, not everything about flight, but like the pre-flight checklist, the post-flight checklist. You have to go through everything again to make sure, and just show you around. The people around, they're nice as well. Everybody I encountered while I was in the flight lab, I think it's called the flight lab, if I'm not mistaken, you can drop it in the comment section. But everybody in the flight lab, they were cool. But like my instructor Sam, the one who took the flight with me, shout out to Sam, man. If you're watching this, shout out to you, man. That was a great experience, man. You a good dude. Everybody should experience that once in their lifetime, and I promise you're going to do it several times after that. But about to head home, wrap up this video, get to editing. So it's your boy Vino checking out. Peace.